Seattle, Washington. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Me and you all day, all day. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
And 10 at the 32-yard line.
Watch 54. I'm coming. Mike's 54. 54. Coming to you. Coming to you.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 7 yards to pick up there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
At the 21-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Yeah, let's just say.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Chris Carson on the carry.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Right
so after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Check 55.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short.
I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
They run it with Carson. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And that strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Chris Carson.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Hey, watch Sam. Check it. 54. Mike, 54. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage.
Wilson's
4th down.
Intended
On
for
comes
Will
the Seahawk
Dissly.
kicker here on 4th
Incomplete.
down. It's Jason Myers
Sets up
from
4th
the right
down.
hash, and this one just a chipping. Myers' kick is
Field goal
good.
is good.
And the Seahawks grab a 3-0
Makes the score
lead.
Seahawks 3, Giants 0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
0.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's got room. Dion Lewis, the 30, 10, touchdown, Giants.
Dion Lewis, the ball carrier.
Dion Lewis,
Touchdown, New York.
81 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make
His
it
kick
7-3.
is good.
Those are the ones the offensive
the score
coordinators
Giants
dream
7,
about. One-play
Seahawks 3.
drives from that distance. What an
Graham
effort.
Gano
It results
set
in the
to kick
touchdown.
off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
Seattle's
line.
offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early
Carson, the
holiday
ball carrier.
shoppers, partner? Are you one of those
David
guys get your
Mayo
list
brought
done?
him down.
Because I think about what every
6-yard
team has
pickup
on their
brings up
holiday
2nd
shopping
and
list
4
right now.
at
What's
the
the number 1 goal?
27-yard
Make the
line.
playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all,
That's good
try to get the
for
number
the
1 seed
Seattle
so you get that
Seahawks.
first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in
10 at the
January and
32-yard
hopefully
line.
get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
At the
Well,
48-yard
remember, they
line.
tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
DK Metcalf.
A gain of 6 there on
It's a
first.
pickup of 6. Brings up
6
2nd
yards was the
and
pickup
4
on the last
at the
completion, so here's
Giants'
2nd and 4.
46-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to
Wilson's
blitz him
pass
because
thrown
if he's able to
away and
diagnose as he did
incomplete.
on that play, he can hurt you
Brings
downfield.
up
He reads
3rd down
defenses so
and
well,
4.
doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Another Seahawks.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another
and
first
10
down.
at the 34-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be third down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Again, Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about getting a tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Here we go, 50.
Throwing, Jones. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Jones pass.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. K.J. Wright, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction soon. It may have been a fumble. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is DJ Reed returning. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The big fella.
Always a pleasure.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Reed. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
I got him. Check 24. Check 24.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Seahawks 3. Michael Dixon.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own
New York
26
set to take
line.
the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice for...
Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Dion Lewis, the ball
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate games.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of
Just
9.
about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Chris Carson
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Ryan on the tackle.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Tate on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
And spreading the wealth has been very effective. And he stopped immediately there.
He was taken
The
down
tackle
by
made by K.J. Wright. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
At the 16-yard line.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
There defensively.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. He's got a man. Complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Back now in Seattle, Washington. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, New York.
This is Lewis. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Dion Lewis, the ball
Brandon,
carrier.
I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right
Lewis
now,
again,
they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The tackle by Demarius
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go, D. Switch.
Looking to throw. Jones. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And I have not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
What's the deal, y'all?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will bring it back. Touchdown, it's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gano for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Reed returning. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming. I'm coming.
From the gun, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own
Seattle now ready to
line.
march onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Mike's 54.
Throwing after the interception. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
The catch and run there, good for
Seattle
16 and a first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
11 more yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
No!
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Wilson's pass.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Jason Myers for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Pettis on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here,
Wayne
it's
Gallman,
strictly
the
for
ball
show.
carrier, tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.